free as a child with red cheeks, sinking into the snow with small feet. Longest days, wish I could stay awake so
What is up, everybody? It is Jacob here with Hunt Republic Outdoors. Today's episode is going to be quite a bit different than any episode you will ever see from me. Here from what I've posted in the past and what I will ever post in the future. Today's episode is going to be kind of a little like info episode, I guess, to kind of tell you what we're about here at Hunt Republic Outdoors, what we stand for, super cool opportunities coming up, and as well as a Q&A that I've received a lot of messages on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So I just want to come out and answer some of these questions that you guys have given me. So I'm going to answer these questions, give you some info, talk about some new opportunities. But first, I would like to state, as you guys saw in the intro to this video is dedicated to my grandmother who passed away on February 25th. You know, she's been battling Parkinson's and diabetes for a very, very long time. So this episode goes out to her. We love you, Grandma, and we thank you for being able to teach us how to love nature so much. Now, I want to tell you who we are as Hunt Republic. Hunt Republic consists of me, only me for now. And the way I started this was I got my first pellet gun when I was 5 years old. I grew up in northwest Montana, and I would spend a lot of time as a kid with my best friends going out and killing squirrels. When I was 12 years old, I killed my very first big game animal. And from there, pretty much my entire life became hunting. So now, the current job that I'm in, I'm able to spend at least 6 out of the 7 days a week in the evenings and afternoons, if not all day, in the woods, getting around, scouting, shed hunting, chasing whitetail, chasing turkey, and we got some really cool opportunities coming up. So I decided as Hunt Republic, if I'm spending this much time in the woods, I might as well film it and share it with people who have similar interests. So, real quick, again, I want to touch on a simple fact that I was going to post a shed hunting video today. It was going to be episode 2 of my 2025 shed hunt. But I have decided to steer away from any shed hunting videos for 2 reasons. Number one, shed hunting videos can be kind of boring. Pretty much all you're going to see is me walking around in the woods, looking at the ground, seeing my dog walk in front of me, and that's really it. No hate to Shed Season, who's super awesome shed hunting group, who absolutely kills it, and they know how to make those videos, right? That's just simply not for me. So I'm going to put my focus directly on big game hunting, as well as coyotes and hogs, but I wouldn't consider those big game. So, no more shed hunting. Sorry if I broke your heart with that. If you do want to see it, let me know, and then I can do some research on how to make it look good. But for now, that's not going to be the case. Reason number 2, I like to take that time when I'm out in the woods looking for sheds for me and my family. That is our time to kind of get away from all of reality and just connect with wildlife. So, no more shed hunting. Sorry, not sorry, but I'm sorry. That's it. No shed hunting. Now, before we get into the Q&A, I don't have very many questions to answer, but I got a few that could be cool. So there's that. But before I get into that, I have a super dope opportunity I want to tell every single person here. I am starting a second job here next week where I'm going to be a guide for Southern Hog Control out of Fortson, Georgia. And I'm going to be a guide and go out, take a bunch of gentlemen on some night hunts with thermals for hogs. Super cool. Going to be a lot of fun. We're going to catch a lot of really, really cool film. And I really hope you guys enjoy this as much as I'm going to, because it's going to be an experience. I'm going to be filming a lot. We're going to get a lot of hogs down, and we're just really going to have a great time. There's nothing that beats sitting in the woods at nighttime with a thermal scope looking for some invasive species to come out. Those invasive species are hogs. So we're going to go out there. We're just going to demolish them. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be freaking awesome. Awesome. Second announcement, again, before the Q&A. So I just learned on Fort Moore, Georgia, to which I'm stationed at, I can hunt coyotes and hogs 365 days a year unless it's turkey season. So I'm going to be doing that. So expect a lot of coyote and hog hunting videos coming your way. Not just the guiding service, but also me actually going out with two of my other buddies to get coyotes and hogs. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited for that. I'm actually going out this weekend to hunt coyotes. So, coyote hunting is finally happening. So stay tuned for that. So, moving into the Q&A. It might be a little boring, but I don't think so. So, I'm going to answer a question in the most detail that I possibly can. Now, the first question that I was asked was, what was your first big game animal that you ever harvested? Well, it's right there. I don't know if you can see it, but right there. That is my mountain lion that I shot when I was 12 years old. I actually hardly did any work for it. I was at basketball practice at 12 years old. My stepfather at the time came in and told me, hey, we got a cat treat for you. And well, I loaded up in my basketball shorts. I hiked up the mountain. Didn't have to hike far, but I hiked up the mountain in my basketball shorts and a jacket. Sure enough, they had that cat, this guy right here, treed for me. And well, I pulled the trigger and cat went to the ground. Super cool experience. It really ignited my love for hunting. And it's ever since then, I can't get over it. It was amazing. It was amazing. So, yeah, this big old Tom right here, my first kill. Second question, what rifle do you prefer to use? And that's a hard question because there's a lot. There's a lot. It all depends on what I am hunting for. So we'll start with coyotes. For a coyote, my preferred caliber is a .224 Valkyrie, as it stays supersonic for very long ways. It's a very fast flying bullet, and one round from that is expected to put it down. And now, if I don't have that at my disposal, I'll use my AR-15 shooting regular 5.56, and that'll work just fine up to 500 yards. But that's just for coyotes. For whitetail, my preferred caliber for whitetail is .243, as that was what I've killed. Every single whitetail I've ever hunted was with a .243. So, .243. It's old Savage lever action. I love this rifle. I got that when I was 13 years old, and I love it. Absolutely love it. If we're talking about elk, that's a whole different story. I like to go 300 short mag. 300 short mag definitely does the job. If I don't have that, I like to get your trusty old 30-06. It works. My favorite rifle, my favorite caliber, all depends on what I am hunting at the time. This guy right here, he was shot with a .243. It did the job. I've killed bobcats with .22. I've killed whitetail with .243. I've killed elk with 300 Win Mag. So it just depends on what you're hunting. Really, but I love them all. What bow do I use? That's a good question, because I'm not a huge bow hunter until this year. Well, this last year. I really got into it this last year. But the bow that I use a PSE Stinger Attack. I love it. It was the first bow I ever bought myself before I had an old Hoyt. I really want to get a Matthews lift, but right now this PSE Stinger, it slays. It does exactly what I need it to. I'm sitting a 340 spine with 125 grain broadhead. So it's doing what it needs to do. It flies smooth. I'm sitting at an 80-pound pole right now. So it's definitely doing what it needs to do. And I couldn't be happier with this PSE Stinger attack. Now, somebody asked what I like to use for rattling in deer. It's simple. Greatest decision I've ever made was the black rack. See, you have people that use regular antlers because that's the most authentic. But then you also have people that got those little rattle bags where all they got to do is roll them in their hands. Not me. I like the black rack. Black rack is super dope. It literally simulates 2 full sets of antlers smashing against each other. So when you come together, it creates a really authentic sound. Unless you're gripping it super hard, just hold it light. Hold it down low and just smash it together, and it's going to bring in a buck. For example, like... It's cool. It's dope. I love it. If you want that big smash at the beginning where the 2 deer meet, you just grab it right here and just bam, and then you go into it. You literally just bring the top together and then use it as a wedge, as a lever, and just come down and play with it. The black rack, I've never been more happy with it. I don't know how many deer I've called them with this year, but it's light, it's affordable, and man, it sounds authentic to me. I love the black rack. I would suggest it to anybody and everybody. No, black rack did not pay me to say that. I'm not big enough for that. But get the black rack, dude. It's so freaking nice. And when it's not hunting season, they make a great decoration. That's why my wife loves it. Get black rack. Last question. Thank God I'm not a big Q&A fan. I'd rather just talk to you. But the last question I got was, what kind of call do you use for coyotes? So I have 3. I have a short range, mid-range, and long range. My short range, I use a Mantis Pro. It's fair. It's not my favorite, but it does what it needs to do. The only problem with the Mantis Pro is it only puts out calls for like 25 seconds at a time. Then you have to reset it. There's a pause between each call. Not cool. My mid-range call that I like to use, I have the Icotech, and it's stellar. Down here in Georgia, because I'm not calling things too far away, the Icotech works wonders. And then the third call that I use, I love my Fox Pro. My Fox Pro is my long-range call. I can reach things out super far. It works great. They have a great selection of everything. But then, I like my manual call. Me doing it myself. I got the Flex Tone. You can send out a different variety of coyote yips, bleats, and howls. It's very simple. It's got this tubular portion at the end right here with different holes to give you different things. It works great, and it's loud. So I'll give you an example. It works. It's loud. My wife hates it, but my son, he loves it. And you know what else loves it? Coyotes. They love it a lot. Let's move forward. No more Q&A. People don't like asking questions. I get it. I don't like asking questions either. But moving forward, we got turkey season coming up next month. And I'm extremely excited for turkey season because I have never, ever gone turkey hunting traditionally before. This is going to be a first for me. So I have a lot of good buddies down here who are very good at it. So they're going to take me out and we're going to get on some turkeys. And it's going to be videoed the entire time. So there's going to be a lot of great film coming from that. I actually saw 4 turkeys today. So there's turkeys around here. So I'm excited for it. I do not know a lot about turkey hunting, but we're going to knock it out. And we're going to get a nice turkey this year, a real good gobbler. As well, coyote season. I've never lived in a state where there's an actual coyote season. And in Georgia, they have an actual coyote season. And I'm so excited for that. So excited for that. There is nothing more fun than going out and harvesting some dogs. That sounds weird, but it's true. I can't wait. Turkey season, and then literally directly after, I get to go out and hunt a bunch of coyotes and not have to worry about reading regulation. Just go out and do it. Nothing can beat that. Now, last 2 things I want to talk about is once we come into the summer, there's going to be a lot of whitetail deer scouting. A lot. I moved here last June, and literally the second I got my feet on the ground in this state, it was just scouting for whitetail. I didn't have the best success for whitetail hunting here in central Georgia last year, but this year I am going to make sure. That I have great success. So this summer we're going to do a lot of scouting together. We're going to go out a lot. We're going to look for those bedding areas. We're going to look for those food plots. We're going to look for those trails, those rubs, and those scrapes from last year. And we're going to find the best spots to put up stands. Problem is, I'm a huge spot and stock hunter. That's what I like to do. I like to spot and stock. So coming down here to Georgia and sitting in a tree stand, not too fun. But we're going to make do, and we're going to make it work, and we're going to get some deer, considering it has worked for hundreds of years throughout the world of finding where they're at, sitting in a tree and waiting for them to come to you. So we're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. But let's end it with this. The Montana State Drawing. Montana State Drawing opened up 2 days ago. 3 days ago. I did my picks. I'm super excited, and I'm going to be really hopeful. I have quite a few priority points built up in Montana as I've been saving up literally for the past 7 years of my life. Since I was 20 years old, I have been doing these drawings, haven't ever gotten picked besides that mountain lion that I killed right there. So I'm super excited. I got a bison for a few areas. I'm not going to tell you any of the areas, but I got bison. I got antelope, elk, moose, bighorn sheep, and goat. Those are the 6 animals that I put in a drawing for. So I'm going to be very, very, very optimistic that I get drawn for any of these. So that way we can all go out, video these hunts, go out and kill some of the most beautiful wildlife in Northwest. I'm excited, and I'm very hopeful. So with that, I'm going to, if I do get drawn for something, hopeful, no matter what, I get a Western Montana elk hunt, because I'm still a Montana resident, as well as mule deer or whitetail. So, coming this fall, you guys are going to come up to Montana with me, and we're going to go out and get an elk and a whitetail at least. Or mule deer, elk, mule deer, or whitetail. We're going to see what happens, but we're going to go up there. We're absolutely going to crush it. We're going to love it. And prior to that, you guys are going to see me kind of doing my preparation, because being down in the south, it's a lot more flat down here. I need to get fit for it. So we're going to be doing some of that. Come with me on this journey. We're going to love it. Again, I'm sorry about the shed hunt. What can I say? It's boring for you to watch. It's great for me, but boring for you to watch. So, time the video. What do I got? Stickers. So as promised, stickers are getting sent out the middle of this week. I'm sending out every single sticker this week. I got my handy dandy notebook here with names and addresses of who these stickers are going to. So expect to get your sticker. If I'm sending you one, 2, 3, 4, or many, expect to get them by the beginning of next week to the end of next week, okay? So they're coming next week, sending them out Wednesday. I'm excited for you guys to get them. I have a lot more on the way, and as well, I got more of these coming. Now, with the hats, I am going to do a giveaway. So stay tuned for that. It's not happening today. It's not happening tomorrow. But this giveaway is happening a lot sooner than you think. Probably for the first coyote hunt. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see. So stay tuned. Get yourself a free Hunt Republic hat. Again, they're super slick. Thank you all for joining, watching this video. I'm sorry if it was boring, but this is a lot more exciting than what that shed hunting video was looking like. So again, it's Jacob here at Hunt Republic Outdoors. And don't forget to call. That was terrible.